Happy weekend, everybody. Happy Saturday. What a great day to go live on a Saturday. I didn't work today. Hopefully you didn't work today, but if you did, hopefully they paid you at the minimum what you're worth. You know, no less. If you're working on a Saturday, make sure you get paid what you're worth. Let me tell you, we never feel like we do. I know. What a week. Valentine's Day happened. I said no live on Wednesday. I know. No live on Wednesday. I try to keep the outages, the live stream outages to a minimum. But life happens to the best of us, you know. And I have plans with the family. Hopefully you had plans. Hopefully they went well. I'm not here to assume what you dirty birds did on Valentine's Day. I don't kiss and tell. Shout out to the chat. Marco with the first comment. What's good, Marco? Channel member. We've got Greg Vanderlip in the house. Thank you for being a channel member with all the Sparta, with all the Spartas. Oh man, shout out. Greg Vanderlip says, smash that like button. Amen. Smash it. Hey, we got Dion Page in the house. How's it going, Dion? Good to see you, brother. Top Dog, channel moderator, channel member. He says, people lining up already. This is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. We've got Crazy Roach, another channel member in the house. Thank you for being a channel member, Crazy Roach. Crazy Roach also in our new members only Discord. And you know what? It's still growing. We're still doing that thing. If you're a channel member and you don't know, and this is your first time hearing about it, make sure to join in on the Discord. Good place to chat and hang out. Hey, how's it going, Jim Miller? Jim, thank you for being a channel member. Appreciate you, man. Neil McKenzie in here as well. We've got Knives Are Life, another channel member in the house. Oh my goodness, we got I'm Me, another channel member. Love it. Absolutely love it. Shout out to Ed B, Kevin C, both channel members. Kathleen Smith, thank you for joining. Oh my goodness, I'm just catching up with the chat, guys. Hey, what's up, Night's Edge? Night's Edge, another channel member. Top Dog says, please do not neglect that like button smash.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
We're putting all kinds of violence on that like button. I'm with it though. You know, you won't see me complain. How's it going, CPM? Good to see you, man. Feel like it's been a minute. Oh, and then we've got Blessed Knives in the house.
Certified badass.
How's it going, Blessed? Dwayne Letterman, Charles Wooden. Guys, what a week. Valentine's Day happened. We all made it on the other side. Hopefully you did not celebrate that by yourself, but if you did, I hope you had a good time regardless. Now I'm going to ask you a very serious question. What's in your pocket? What's in your pocket? What are you carrying today? Is it one knife? Is it like 5 knives? I have to ask because I know some of you guys are packing some serious heat. If you want to know, a knife that I've been carrying religiously here in February, this one right here, the microtech stitch with the ram lock. And the more I carry this knife, the more I absolutely adore it. And I was thinking about, why do I like this knife so much? You know, obviously I'm going to be doing another video at the end of February, my most carried knives in February. And I was thinking about it, like, why do I like this knife so much? And it makes me laugh. It's one of those knives that has a really awful blade to handle ratio. So, and that triggers some people, right? But I was thinking about it, and it's not really the blade itself, right? If you look at the whole length, you know, it fits, but it's just how much of this blade is cutting edge. There's not a whole lot of cutting edge on here. And that makes me laugh because there's some knife laws that are like, you can only have, 2.5 inches of cutting edge. And, microtech says challenge accepted. And so I like it because you get this insane choked up position on the knife, and that's my favorite way to grip a knife. You get the most control out of this position. You can do whatever you want in this position. And then, of course, if you find yourself protecting your Slurpee at the gas station in the reverse grip, you still get all of that extra length. It's really good. And I do enjoy the ram lock more than I enjoy regular axis locks. I don't know. I've been digging it. Absolutely love this one. You know, I don't fanboy out over microtech like I do Spyderco. This is definitely one that I really, really enjoy. It's just, it's great. It's great. Let's check on the chat. I've been rambling. Okay. Let's see. The Night's Edge says, I had a date, but it canceled the live stream. No, I will not be your Valentine. I was too busy making dad jokes. You know, I had one. I find that, you know, the longer that I am a father, the better I am at cringy puns. For example, I was eating dinner with my wife and, you know, our infant daughter. And we were discussing how people hold their utensils. And, you know, she asks me, she says, you know, do you hold it like a shovel? And I said, no, it's more like a forklift. I laughed. But yeah, the cringy puns, they're becoming more of a thing in this house. Ward 918, welcome in, brother.
Certified badass.
Ward 918 carried the Clydesdale. Did you guys know? If you wanted a Clydesdale and you're not too picky, New Breed EDC does have a sale going on where he will sell you a blem. That's a blemished knife from the factory. It's still brand new, but you know, it has a factory blemish for like $105. So you could save some money if you want a Clydesdale, and you're going to use the crap out of it anyways. Who cares about a blemish, right? As long as the blade is good, you save yourself some money on a Clydesdale. Well, welcome into Donnie. How's it going? Snot Reg joining in as well. Ed B carried the QSP Penguin. I like that one. Penguin's a solid carry. Jimmy Crow's got the custom bug out 535 and the SAK Fieldmaster and Rambler all day, every day. Every day. At least you know what you like. Kathleen Smith says, just one knife, a Tempest Microburst. You know, sometimes that's all you need. And I find myself really simplifying my carry. For example, my most used knife of 2024 period has got to be the knife that's in this slip. That's my QSP Hedgehog. I love this knife. This knife is absolutely fantastic. The cutting geometry is, well, you know, if you're on my live stream, chances are you've seen my videos that I've talked about this knife. It's fantastic. For your basic cutting tasks, I don't feel like most people need more than a slip joint for basic cutting tasks. And this one is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The cutting geometry is perfect. Slices everything. Nothing can stand in its way, you know, unless, of course, you do need that knife lock, and then that is not the knife to use. Top Dog's carrying the Finch Flint 1934 Ironwood, the Cold Steel Engage Nice, and the Manly Wasp, and a Woobin X2. You know, I just dropped a video on the Woobin X0 versus the Woobin E7. It's a headlamp video, and I'm not known, you know, for my proliferation with flashlights. I've been trying. I'm just not known for good flashlight content yet. Or maybe ever. I don't know. I've been contemplating just focusing in, right? You know, I posted my flashlight video last night, and I thought about it. I was like, was I really excited about it? Because I had fun. I had fun testing the flashlights. I had fun learning about them. I had fun editing the video. I had fun, but that's not really my passion. So, is this the end of Rollshambo reviewing flashlights? It might be. It might be that I start another channel specifically for flashlights. I don't know. Knives are my thing. That's what I'm most passionate about. So don't be surprised if you don't see any more EDC flashlight content, you know, or maybe I do one here or there, but it's got to be something that I'm like seriously excited about. And we'll see. I know that for me, the light that I'm carrying today is this one. Those of you who know that this is the Olight Arcfeld Pro. It is a fantastic EDC flashlight, UV laser floodlight. It's got this switch right here, which I nerd out over stuff like that. But yeah, don't be surprised if you don't see me do any more flashlight content. Shout out to Lone Star Towboy, says the cannibal came home late for dinner, so his mad wife gave him a cold shoulder. Cold Steel Spartan. It's CJRB large pyrite. Nice. It's a solid carry right there. We got Fib it a bit. He's welcome in, man. Good to see you. Brian Kerr, another channel member in the house. Thanks for being a channel member, Brian. We appreciate you. But yeah, Top Dog says no more flashlight content. Are you saying no to me stopping making it and that you want more, or are you just saying no more? I see what you did there. It doesn't get past me. I'm clever, I think. We won't go there. But yeah, let's see. Kevin C says, I scored a TD05 from your review. Got 2 and got about 50% off. Save that money. Save the money, baby, because we are most definitely in a silent recession. And, you know, I, for one, I'm trying to stay in the hobby and still be able to afford food, which, you know, I'm finding out is one of my biggest expenses. You know, maybe if I ate less, I would have to go to the gym less. Food for thought, which is free, unlike the food at the grocery store. Joseph Jones says no more unless you're giving 2 out. So, you know what? Honestly, I might just do that. I might just tell flashlight companies, you know what? If you want me to review it, fine, but I'm not doing it on my knife channel. You know, we'll see. When I think about all the content that I want to make, 99% of it is based on knives, knife accessories, knife maintenance, knives. Like, that's my thing. That's what I'm most passionate about. So I don't know. I've got to do another video, or rather I'm going to do a video soon on why I don't make specific content anymore. So for those of you who love the Grail or Garbage series, stay tuned, because there will be a video coming out soon talking about why I haven't done that in a while. Whether or not I'll do it again in the future, we'll see. I won't give you the deets, just that it's coming. It is indeed on the way. Oh my goodness. What happened to my browser? Who set this live stream up? Let's fix that. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see what I see. I haven't looked at White Mountain Knives in like 3 or 4 days, so it's been forever. Figured we could go ahead and check it out. White Mountain Knives, they do all of the two-sons. You know, it seems like if you want a two-son, right, you have to either go to Amazon or go to White Mountain Knives. Let's see. If you want a two-son, what do they got? You click on the two-son link and it takes you to Petrified Fish. Come on. Hey, shout out to Gator Aaron. Welcome in, man. Channel mod, channel member. Just an all-around badass. He says specific content closes OnlyFans. Listen, I'm not here to judge. Whatever you decide to spend your time watching is fine by me. Snotreg says best way to save on food is hunt for meat, go fishing, grow your own veggies, 3D freezers, and you're set. I couldn't agree more. However, the hard part is that depending upon where you live, that is more or less realistic, right? You know, for example, in rural Eastern Oregon, hunting and fishing is prime, and you can do that. You can fill your deep freezer. Here in urban Denver, not so much. And the problem with Colorado, listen, I love Colorado in general. I think the music might be too loud. I'll turn that down. The problem with being an outdoors person in Colorado is that everybody else is also outdoors. So if you go hunting in Colorado, you never know how many people you're going to see. And the more people you see, the less wildlife you see. Yeah. So in some areas, realistic. In other areas, not so much. The Night's Edge says, I've got a video coming about my background. Gonna ask my little audience which they prefer. Laminate, wood, black, takedown mat, real nerd stuff. You know, that's kind of the question, isn't it? Like, what do people prefer to look at in the background? I think whatever is going to make the primary focus of your video pop is probably the way that I would go. You want something that's going to contrast nicely. So either really light colors or really dark colors. Some wood grain looks good. Sometimes it looks like, laminate flooring. So be careful with that. Lighting. I would say that the most important thing you can do is make sure that your lighting is good. Just my thoughts on that. Lone Star Cowboy says, topics for knife-related scandal, controversy, conspiracy, and drama. Made in USA, reverse tanto, not pattern welded steel. Is it Damascus? I mean, I think pattern welded steel is part of the definition of Damascus. Let's see. Or are we talking like just Damascus forged? I don't know. What are we talking about? Define Damascus. What is the accepted definition? Apparently it's the capital of Syria. Look at me with my awful geography. I didn't know that. I always thought it was just a steel. Define Damascus, steel. Come on, Google. It says steel made with a wavy surface pattern produced by hammer welding strips of metal and iron followed. Okay, it doesn't say specifically pattern welded, but it kind of does. I mean, we've all watched Forged in Fire, and if you haven't, you should. The thing that gets me about Damascus is that it doesn't. I would say that in most cases, we're not getting a Damascus that is performance oriented. I think some of the best that you can get that's performance oriented is Damacor and Damasteel, and those are always expensive. When have you seen a true Damasteel knife that costs less than like what, $400 or $500 minimum? Usually around $700. And in that price range, you can get a knife with blade steels that perform way better. Just gonna throw that out there. But people enjoy the look of Damascus pattern welded styles. You know what I think is really cool is Sanmai. Sanmai blades are really, really cool to me. I'm a big fan. Layered steel. Yeah. It's when you take like 10 million ball bearings, put it in a case and melt them together and then hammer them out and fold them out. And then you forge it and you dip it in the acid to reveal the pattern, which is depending upon however you fold it and whatever you stacked in there. I'm interested in Damascus. I just want to see more performance-oriented Damascus. Hey, shout out to Bluminati Ninja. Got another channel mod in the house, and of course, channel member. Welcome into John Blackman. He says, "Hey Shambo, I've got a lot of knives have in plastic container. Got any suggestions?" Are you talking about for knife storage, like where you should store them? So here's my suggestion: get a Pelican case, like a big old Pelican case. They're not cheap, but they're not cheap because they're really well made and they protect your stuff. And then you get a Nalpac foam insert, and it has these slots in there, and you can literally stack like 500 knives. So depending upon how many you have and how big of a case you get, and the amount of Nalpac foam inserts you get, that would work great. I know that that's a big go-to for a lot of big knife fanatics is those Pelican cases with the Nalpac inserts. And that's usually cheaper than getting something like a Vault from Blade HQ. But if you don't want to go through all that hassle, you could, of course, go to Blade HQ and pick up one of their vaults. I think they still have them. Maybe not. Maybe they sell out vaults. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. They're not cheap, but for the cost of one knife, you could store, 22 of them. So, for example, $169 at Blade HQ will get you basically what I just mentioned. This is the Blade HQ Vault. Now, you can get the Nalpac inserts, and you can get your own Pelican case. And I believe that if you do that, it is cheaper. But for people who don't want to do that, this is what I would suggest. Now, I know that they've made bigger vaults. Let's see if we can find one. Oh, geez, yeah. Like, for example, it's sold out, but check this out. This one had 48 pockets. And this keeps your knives protected. It keeps them, dry. You don't have to worry about humidity in there. You basically get this shelving system. But they are sold out. So some kind of Pelican case and then a Nalpac inserts. So let's see if you can we're doing a lot of Googling today. Sorry, lost my voice for a second. We're doing a lot of Googling today. Nalpac insert. We're doing the thing. Pelican V200 case, Nalpac group, $159. So it's like the Blade HQ Vault. Did they just brand it and they just put their name on it? They're like, we had nothing to do with this, but we will take your money anyways. Let's see. Hey, welcome into Joseph Jones. He says, I say nice leather, a lighter color, or dark wood with some grain showing through. We're talking about the background for Knight's Edge. But you guys check out Knight's Edge channel. He's a new channel. He's working on building something awesome, and I 100% support it. You should definitely check out his channel. Snotreg says, Pakistan has Damascus game on lock. Old car bumpers fused with the finest of TIG welders. Oh, man. So it's the first knife that I was ever given. My first knife ever when I was like 6-7 years old. My father gave me a fixed blade. It's a small fixed blade. And this thing is like, if you look at the steel, keep in mind, this was like, what, 26 years ago? That's when I was 6 or 7, 26 years ago? 27 years ago. Anyways, you know how we look at the steel on our knives? We're like, yeah, M390 or blah, Van X. On this one, it says Pakistan, like Pakistan steel or something like that. It's not Damascus. It's not Damascus. And it holds an edge. Okay. But I love that knife because it's my first knife and I still have it. I don't typically find ways to keep things that long, but I kept that. Kathleen says, what about the Harbor Freight cases? Ooh, that is a good suggestion. Thank you, Kathleen. Let's see. Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. You can get them for guns. Shouldn't be surprised. If you can get them for guns, you could probably get them for knives too. Harbor Freight wants to know my location. Sure. Why not? Yeah, cases. And I probably just put in you know what would be cool? This would actually be really cool. Get like an ammo box and then make your own knife storage inserts. That would be pretty sweet. Keep your knives in ammo boxes. I can get behind that. Like an ammo can. How cool would that be? I've been trying to think of a product that the channel can brand and put out there. And I've been going back and forth in my head on a few different things. And I just saw this, you know, right here, ammo can. How cool would it be if the channel had, for example, ammo cans that had been modified to have for knife storage? Like, would anybody be interested in that? Is that crazy? Am I crazy? Am I insane? I think that would be cool. I don't know if I could sell them for, you know, 17 bucks, but I probably also wouldn't sell them for 170 bucks. Looking at you, Blade HQ. Kevin C says good deals at Harbor Freight too. Got the 3800 for 30 bucks on sale. Really? I know I'm not looking in the right place here for the cases, guys. Should I be looking for like a Nalpac, for example? Nalpac. What am I looking for? Yeah, nothing for Nalpac. Knife storage. Well, that's a fail. I search for knife storage and I get Comfort Grip Scraper. Thanks, Harbor Freight. Thanks. Bluminati says, get your very own Rollshambo cans. I'm with it, man. Kathleen Smith says, I think the Harbor Freight cases are called Apache. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Apache cases. So I see a lot of these for like pistols, right? Nothing so far that looks like it might. I mean, like maybe the 3800. That's what Kevin C says that he got from them. But on these, I'm assuming you'd have to get your own foam inserts to fit, right? Is that what you would do? You would get, say, like the Apache case for 40 bucks and then get your own foam inserts? I don't know. I do not know. For me, I keep, so I have a rolling file cabinet, right? That has different levels. And I like this because I can lock it. And it's not something that someone can just pick up and carry out of my house, or at least not very easily. And so I keep the majority of my knives in there. And then for my few nice ones, I actually have a knife display case. And that one, you know, allows me to hold like, what, 18, maybe 20 knives in that display case. So that's what I do for my knife storage. But for the serious collector, you know, for those who are not trying to cut back on their total collection, like for me, I've decided that I don't really want to have more than, say, like 30 or 40 knives in my collection, because my rule is if I don't carry it, I won't keep it. So if I'm not carrying it and I go too long without carrying a knife, and I get to the point where I say, you know what, maybe I just don't want to, maybe I'm just not going to carry this knife anymore, I will sell it. And so, you know, for me, I don't need all that extra knife storage. My rolling file cabinet that locks and my display case is all I need. And when I start to exceed that, that's when I realize that it's time to let some knives go, either through giveaway or through knife sales, which keep your eyes peeled. I might actually do some small one-off knife sales here pretty soon. Because I'm starting to exceed my display case again. I've got knives on my desk right now, and my display case is full, and my file cabinet is full. So don't be surprised if you see me do a knife sale here soon. As always, channel members will be the first to have a crack at it. Oh, nice. Not Reg says, yeah, they're design your own. They're design your own insert. It's solid perforated foam plucked to fit. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Gator Aaron says, yeah, I'm there too. I need to thin my collection. Sometimes it's just worth it to let it go. You know, I've been known to hang on to stuff for far too long. And so, you know, the last couple months of last year, I was like, it's time. It's time that we understand that if we're not going to carry it and it's no longer making us happy because we're just not going to look at it, I'd much rather it make somebody else happy. Ryan says pull foam inserts. Yep. Makes sense now. Lone Star Talboy says, I do not get the joke about the ceiling. It's over my head. Very nice. Shout out to Ginger Fisher. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Another channel member popping by. Scott Brew 72. What's good, man? So yeah, we went off on a tangent there. I do still think it's funny that you click on the Tucson banner at White Mountain Knives and it takes you to, you know, everything that's not Tucson. But I wanted to go over a knife drop that's subtly going to go down here. Check this out. The full titanium premium Devo Pony Stout. That looks great. I kind of want to get my hands on this one. The Pony Stout was one that I really enjoyed. I reviewed one that was in my Carta and I liked it a lot. I mean, it does in fact have, you know, the wire pocket clips. I hate wire pocket clips. They're just not my jam. They feel cheap. I know some people love them. I know they're functional. And for many of you, that'll be enough. For me, if I end up with this piece, I am going to replace that pocket clip pronto. Probably was one from like Lynch Northwest. $175 for that. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? That is S90V too. Yep, S90V. Save the date, March 22nd. It's a little over a month away. And they're going to have a couple different versions. So they're going to have the one in like the stonewash bead blasted tie, and then they're going to have a black wash titanium, which I think looks good. Earlier on in the month, they're going to be dropping the Growler V2 in carbon fiber and 154 cm. That one's going to be $109. Oh, here we go. Here's the Tucsons that we clicked on. I think, you know what? Here's what bothers me. Okay, like, yes, I have Tucson knives. Yes, I have purchased Tucson knives. The pricing needs to they need to do something about that. Check this out. So for $149, you can get this Tucson button lock with crystallized titanium and D2. Or you could, you know, of course, buy something like a Devo knife with really good S90V and titanium. Like, how is Tucson competing with Devo at all? Like, I feel like the choice is clear. You know, get a Devo or get a Tucson. Guess which one's going to be higher quality? Titanium and D2. I don't care if it is crystallized titanium. That needs to be about $70 cheaper. What the hell, Tucson? Ooh, they've got some Sabenzas over at White Mountain Knives. Looks like the lefty. That's probably why they're available. Here we go. The Chris Reeves large Sabenza, $700. Of course, you will want to use a discount code. Every channel has one. I swear mine is RSB10. That means that you can get $70 off of that bad boy. So $630 plus free shipping plus no taxes. So when you think about it in those terms, that's probably a pretty good price. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they've got all the like the Riot XOMs. They've got some good stuff right now. What's new? Lion Steel Barlow. Yeah. Don't care. Don't care. That's kind of interesting. The Real Steel Ventus. But it's titanium and N690, $155. But why? but why? Okay, it's a Poltergeist Works design. It looks great. N690 real steel. I've never tried a real steel before. It does look good. I mean, it doesn't look like an actual picture of the actual knife. That looks like a picture of a rendering. Where's the actual knife? Someone buy this and tell me if it's good, please. Hey, and shout out to Splitting Slices, a new connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. Let's welcome him in, everybody.
This is Sparta!
Welcome in. Thanks for supporting the channel. And make sure to check out the channel Discord. If you go to the community tab on my channel, you will find a link to the members only Discord. Once you're in, you're in. So you know what? If you don't renew your membership next month, guess what? You can stay in the Discord. We have a good time in there. All right, guys. Lone Star Cowboy says, I heard the joke about the fence. I cannot get over it. I'm here for all the bad puns. I'm here for it. Joseph Jones says, yeah, I can't stand wire clips. Me neither. And I don't know why they're a thing. It's like, let's take a paper clip and make it a pocket clip. How about no? How about no? Jim Miller loves wire clips. I knew there was going to be some people out there that like them. They're very functional. They don't tear up your jeans. They slide in and out real easily. You know, people love that. I hate the look. I hate the feel. And I can't help it. They always feel cheap. Illuminati Ninja says, make sure you're smashing the like button. Smash it. Bring violence to that like button. Let YouTube know that we do, in fact, go live on a Saturday here. What else is new? NC Blade has been dropping a lot of stuff recently. We've been seeing a lot of good stuff from NC Blade. First, we'll check back in stock. Custom Knife Factory Persian Titanium Integral, $590. Not surprising for a CKF. The CKF Ablaya, I don't know how to say that. $640. Damn. They've got stitches. They've got microtech amphibians. I still want to check that one out, the amphibian. I've heard good things about it. I don't know. Is it enough to, end my love affair with my microtech stitch? Let's be honest, probably not. But that doesn't mean that we can't look at the menu. They've got the microtech Anax for $450. The CKF Chisel and M398. That's kind of cool. It's titanium in Damascus. Not bad. That is pretty cool. The Riot XOK. Remember when these were hard to get because everyone was buying them and now nobody's carrying them? I know that if I got one of those, by the way, one of these Riot Exo Karambits, I know I would probably chop a finger off. There's a very good reason why I do not have one, and it's because I cut myself with knives that are hard to cut yourself with. If there's an opportunity for a knife that's easy to cut me with, I will do it. And I know they come with a trainer. It probably wouldn't make a difference. I'd probably cut myself with the trainer. I did want one though. I really did. I just stopped myself because you know what? The knife might only cost $167. The trip to the hospital will be much more. Yeah. If they sold only the trainer, that might be a route to go. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, so they've got a lot of CKFs, microtechs, and CKFs and microtechs back in stock in NC Blade. But what's new? What is new? The benchmade mini Osborne, that's not new. We've seen that. Holy jeez, somebody actually bought this. Remember that time when we went to NC Blade because we were looking for expensive Borka stitches, like the custom stitches? Well, here we go. This one sold for, wait for it, $6,600. Who are you? Who bought this? 60. Oh man. Who bought this? That is nuts. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's cool. That's cool. And I get it. Some knives go for way more than that. $6,600. The double star grind M390. You know, if I'm paying $6,600, you better list the Rockwell hardness. At that price, everything matters to me. Everything. And it's pre-owned too. Some pre-owned cars won't sell for $6,600. Bananas. Is that a titanium certificate of authenticity? It better be. Cracked diamond wash, rock star grind. Anthony L. Marfione, Sebastian Berengi. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, that is beautiful. I gotta know, does that guy carry it? I'm guessing probably not. Hey, how's it going, Josh? 33025. Welcome in, man. Kevin C says, bring violence. Yes. Smash the like button, everybody. Splitting Slices says, I would love to check out both the Stitch and the Amphibian. Was waiting for a show to handle first. Yeah, I can tell you my experience has been really good with this. The action is not like what you normally are used to with a microtech stitch if you've handled an original stitch, because those have an automatic action. You press the button, they go boom. But I will say this, it took a minute for the action on this one to really, really come into its own. After that, it's been a no-brainer. The cutting geometry on here is surprisingly good. You know, you look at this knife and you think there's no way that that's a slicey machine, but it is. And it'll slice with the best of them with a factory edge. It glides through just about everything. I love it. And then my one suggestion is this. Go for the fluted aluminum handle scales, not the fluted G10. I've held both. The fluted G10 is fine. It's G10, but the fluted aluminum feels way more premium to me. So if you're looking for a microtech stitch with the ram lock, get one with the aluminum handle scales. You will not regret it. Joseph Jones says MC did metal. It was a Metal Complex purchase. I know he bought one. Did he buy another one? I thought his was all black. Or maybe he bought this and he's the one that pre-owned it. Food for thought. Joseph Jones says, like me with PM2s and Manixes. Yeah, man. You know what? I've made one exception to my rule of no duplicates. I don't buy duplicate knives. I've made one exception, and that is my paramilitary 2. I have 2 PM2s. Both are modified. So they don't really feel like duplicates. And one of them, of course, is the Emerson edition. Kevin C says CPM bought it. CPM, he's got a crazy collection if you check him out on Instagram. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's check out CPM's Instagram. Why not? We'll do an Instagram dive. How about this? CPM, Custom Production Mid-Tech. All right. Hey, that microtech stitch looks familiar. Yeah, that's pretty much the one I have on my desk. It's got the Mayhem. We've got some Chavez's. I'm not seeing the custom Borka. I am not seeing it. Splitting Slices says CPM, MC, or Sierra Bound have insane collections. Yeah, they do. I know that Sierra Bound is the reason why Metal Complex has gotten a chance to see so many ridiculous customs and high-end exclusives, so on and so forth. I have... Nope. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I have that exact same Plexus, but I think the one that mine is this one up here on the top. I wonder if that's one that he modified, or I don't know. I haven't been really following Arcane very much on their new Plexus batches. Look at that collection. So far, we've seen thousands of dollars worth of knives. Thousands. Got some cool stuff on here. Mikey Daily Carry in the house. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you check out Mikey Daily Carry. Mikey EDC. He does good stuff. This is one that I definitely want. The Brian Nadeau arch nemesis. Yeah. I'm not a huge dagger guy, but I love dagger style blades. I absolutely adore that. That is beautiful. Some of these are just ridiculous. Of course, Koenig Arius. Production Todd Begg Steelcraft Bodega. Remember those? Those were really cool. CKF Evo. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any Borka customs. What else is on Instagram? Oh yeah, Arcane Design. Did you guys see that Arcane Design and Brian Brown are releasing this one called the Volt? You know, I actually reached out to him and I said, "Hey, can I get in on a loaner? I just want to be able to review it. You know, can I get in on a loaner?" And he said no. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. I really wanted to have a chance to check it out, but I guess we'll all just have to watch Metal Complex to find out if it's any good. Knoll Knives is getting ever closer to releasing the Ghoul. This looks really good. You guys probably already know that. I don't understand why these versions are more expensive than this version. I'm telling you right now, if you're going to go for a Ghoul, go for this one. Save yourself the money. And if you want to spend the extra money, send it to somebody to have a custom anno job done. That's what I would do. I wouldn't spend the extra money on these other ones, unless you really like the blade finish better than this bead blast, stone wash, static wash, whatever he calls it. But if you really want a different color and you don't want the raw, and you're going to spend the extra money anyways, get this one and then pay someone to do a custom anno job. That's what I would do. I'm going to try to get my hands on one. I will have to sell some knives and see if that's possible. I don't know. But it looks good. It looks really good. Like, for example, I love that. Is that a bead blast? I believe that's bead blast with the purple hardware. It looks fantastic. I'm still kicking myself for not finding a way to check out the Grace, the Knoll Knives Grace. Welcome into Roger Coy. Says, just got my Monterey Bay Rosalinda. Beautiful. Hey, congratulations, man. The Night's Edge says, Scott, Sierra Bound must be a millionaire. I don't know. I know that he was or is a police officer, state trooper, law enforcement. I know he was law enforcement, but I also know that some people in law enforcement can end up making some pretty good dough. Who knows? The Night's Edge says, Spyderco made me break my no duplicate rule. I have a Manix 2 plus an XL, 2 Para 3s, 2 Shamans, one in S30V and one in 15V, and 2 Endellas. One is K390, other is Warney G10. Freaking Spyderco. It's their fault. They're just down the street from me. It is their fault. Anyways. Josh says, I feel better with G10 if I drop it. It won't scratch as bad. I don't know, man. I mean, you know what? The nice thing about aluminum is that these are not hard to redo. You know, aluminum is not hard to reanodize. I wouldn't feel bad about dropping this or putting a wear patina on it. That's why I carry it. I think that aluminum wears really nicely. That's my personal preference. I think that it feels better to me, though. Maybe that's just because I'm a whore for titanium and aluminum is like it's slightly less attractive, you know, cousin. But I definitely am sticking with that aluminum recommendation. Snotreg says, ooh, baby, I like it raw, old dirty bastard, 1996. Oh, why not? So yeah, let's see what else is new on Instagram. We're looking at it. The Freeman knives. Okay, so I'm curious about this because I've heard some people have some really strong opinions about this knife. What do you guys think of this guy? The Freeman Knives Voodoo. I've heard some people say that I think that the blade shape and like the deployment hole is atrocious, and other people really like it. Granted, they do call it the Voodoo. Thank God Knoll Knives isn't out here suing people. But that's the Freeman Knives Voodoo, made by Tuya Knives, designed by Freeman Knives. What do you guys think about that one? I'm curious about it. You know, like I haven't written it off. I think that it kind of looks something like Yojimbo had a baby with like what, the concept goblin. I don't know. I'm sure it works really well. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Is that an ugly ass knife, or is that something that you think looks good? There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, it's all personal opinion, and there's enough designs out there for all of us to have something that we like. I'm just curious. What do you think of the Freeman Knives design Voodoo made by Tuya? Snotreg says the new Sleeves Bowie looks. Ooh, good call out. In case you didn't know, you might want to go on over to KnifeJoy and sign up for notifications, because the Sleeves Bowie, the Swish Bowie, I'm probably saying it wrong. Anyways, this $450 once discontinued, then brought back by KnifeJoy design is going to be back. And if you look here, it's not in the biggest text, but it says available, not pre-order, available February 29th. I guarantee for those of you who are going to try to get in on this, be ready. Have your information preloaded into KnifeJoy. I guarantee these are going to sell out in the first minute or two. I'd be highly shocked if they didn't. This is probably one of the most celebrated non-golden USA Spydercos ever. You can thank Nick Shabazz for that one. Thanks, Nick. It's all Nick's fault. It's all of these influencers. I'm not an influencer, you know, and you know I'm not an influencer because I was the first one, and I know because I searched. I wanted to see who reviewed this one, the Max Ace capsule. I reviewed it. People were like, "Cool story, bro." They stayed available. Metal Complex and Neves Knives get their hands on these. They review it and sold out. That's the difference between I'm just a reviewer. right? Those are influencers. And then I made an update video that included this, and people are like, I can't find them. I want that. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because it was available when I did my initial review. Anyways, the Spyderco buoy that everybody wants is available on KnifeJoy as of the 29th, probably for what will be about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. You know what? For those of you who are going to try to get one, good luck. Good luck. And I don't say that because I don't think you can do it. I say that because I know that these are going to sell out very quickly. That's going to go down 10:30 Central Times. That's 10:30 a.m., not p.m., a.m. And so here in Mountain Time, that'll be 9:30. If you're Pacific Time, that will be 8:30. There we go. Eastern Time will be 11:30 a.m. Be there or not. It might not make a difference even if you are there, because these will probably sell out. Snot Rag says, looks like a bird head blade shape with an eye socket flicking hole. It's crazy. The Freeman Knives Voodoo. Josh says that lock bar makes it look tougher to Spidey flick, just like the Spidey Chef. I think it's doable. I think it's doable. I think you can get just enough meat in there, just enough meat in the hole to make it work. And if it doesn't, maybe try some olive oil or something. No. It might be difficult to flick. I think people still do it though. I might try, guys. I might try. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be looking to sell some knives soon, is so that I have at least the opportunity to try. This is one of those knives that I watched other people review before I had this channel, and I wanted it and I never had the opportunity to get in on one. So I've got to try, right? Good looking knife. Really good looking knife. Splitting Slices says, if I was going to get a Tuya knife, it would be one of Jim Skelton Blade Works, the Kaladin or the Scaphoid. I'm not a huge fan of the look of the Kaladin, but I've heard good things from people that have one, and they always say good things about Jim Skelton's designs. I mean, they should be good. He checks out knives all the time. He should know what's good. I'd be very surprised. Now, the last Tuya knife that I checked out was the Tuya Wrath, and I love the Wrath, man. Let's see if we can find it. I was very impressed with the last Tuya knife that I checked out. Speaking of Tuya knives, the SDK Shocker, you can pick one up for $295. That looks great. Yep, here we go. So I checked out a Wrath, and I got to tell you guys, for $249, a fantastic knife. I really want one. I want one of my own. I borrowed it. It was part of a pass round, and I loved it. The front flipper action was fantastic. The frag pattern handle skills, really, really good, really grippy. Excellent ergos, excellent balance. It's a thumb stud / front flipper, and I think it's great. $250, not bad. S90V titanium, milled titanium. It's a whole deal. It's a whole deal. I'm intrigued by the SDK Shocker. We'll see. It's kind of hard to pull the trigger on anything when you're like, well, you know what? Maybe if I save up, maybe if I sell some stuff, I might have a chance at a Spyderco Sleege buoy. We'll see. The Night's Edge says I can borrow his if he gets one. You had me going there. You can't bring me along for the ride like that. And then, oh man, I read the comment. I was like, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Splitting Slices says Skelton has some of both on his Skelton Customs website if one does not want to buy through the Tuya site. That's pretty good to know. All right, guys. So we're going to turn down the music. We are at the hour mark, and so you know what that means. That means that it's time to go out into the world, to do stuff, to use our knives, to spend time with family, to enjoy living life to its fullest, to the fullest extent that we are capable of. Guys, it means absolutely everything that you join me here on these Saturdays. It means a lot to see the audience growing on these Saturday live streams. Every Saturday, it seems like we get more people in here. That truly means a lot. To those of you who have supported through channel memberships or subscribing or through donating or through joining the Discord, however you plan to or however you do support, I want you to know that that truly means a lot. And it is because of your efforts that I am able to continue doing this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But guys, we're going to call it a day and we're going to go out there and live life. If you want to join me next time, we will be going live again on Wednesday. That is going to be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then a week from today, next Saturday at same time, same bat channel, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I hope to see you out there. For some of you guys, I'll see you soon. For everyone else, I'll see you later. Have a great freaking Saturday, everybody.